Stir your cauldron well, chant your words and sing your spell.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Natalie's Witchy Wisdom, the Purple Broom Apothecary. I am here today to continue the herb cabinet series. This week I am talking about fennel seed. I'm going to hold this close to the camera, as close as I can get it, I think. I don't know how well you're going to be able to actually see this, but you can buy this in any of the like Endopack stores. Sometimes you can find it at Walmart, but I haven't had a lot of luck there. Any of the specialty spice shops would have it. I do believe you can also order it on Amazon. It is a spice that is used in Mediterranean cooking and in Middle Eastern cooking. It is a rather strong spice. It is, it's very licoricey. It's actually fennel oil is what licorice is made from, so you can just eat it like I do. I do enjoy it because I like licorice, but not everybody does. But it has a very strong licoricey flavor, and it's very, very good. Now, magically speaking, this is a very, very strong herb for protection magic. It was said that Roman soldiers used to chew fennel seeds before they would go into battle. Fennel is associated with Mercury. It is the element fire. It is, again, very protective, but it's also used to increase psychic power for divination, improve communication, anything that mercury herbs are used for, such as addiction breaking, overcoming addiction, breaking bad habits, breaking bad luck, communication, divination, eloquence, intelligence, that sort of thing. You can use fennel in any of those types of spells. Now, I was reading on a hoodoo site that it is an herb that is often used in hoodoo in terms of protection from specifically people who are kind of troublesome or meddlesome, kind of getting in your way, or those associated with the government or law. So, I'm going to show you guys how to make a protection sachet using fennel seed. Well, I'm going to give you the components because, to be honest with you, I haven't cut any sachets yet out of my flannel. But you want to get yourself a piece of blue flannel square, and you'll probably be able to make several sachets out of this. Now, I don't think personally that it matters if you use a light blue or a dark blue. I personally use this color blue because I associate it more with the law. Most uniforms tend to be a dark blue. Some people associate this blue with the Virgin Mary, and so for protective purposes, they will utilize this color blue. I don't think it really matters. But you want to use a blue flannel. You're going to make yourself a small sachet, so you would cut yourself a small square. You want it enough that you can fold it over, so maybe like cut it straight down the middle here, and then you could just fold this up like this, and you'd have a small bag. You can make it drawstring, or you can sew it all the way through. For something like this, I sew it all the way through because I'm not going to reutilize it. I'm going to keep this for the purpose in which it was intended. You'll have to pardon my dog. She's over here making all kinds of noise. But anyway, so I would cut off like a small section like this, and I would sew up the sides. Sew up the sides here. The end is already closed. I would leave the top open, of course, because you're going to add fennel seed. You're going to add oregano, black mustard seed. I don't usually have black mustard seed around the house, so I use black peppercorn. I am so sorry about that. I use black peppercorn because I think peppercorns are very protective in nature too. They tend to me to be kind of a keep away sort of herb. Sometimes I will add what I call devil's pods, which are these little round seed pods that we grow around here. They're kind of prickly in nature. I understand they grow all over the South. I know Nimbus River. Now the other dog wants to go. Excuse me. Dawn. Jeez, I cannot get through one of these videos without somebody interrupting me. So anyhow, I know Nimbus River told me that he used to use them growing up also for protective purposes. So sometimes I'll chuck one of those in there too, and I'll sew up the top once all the herbs are in. Now, in the recipe that I saw, or in the working that I saw in the hoodoo, they used black mustard seed. For real. Black mustard seed, Cascara sagrada bark, which I'll explain what that is in a minute, fennel seed, which was a key ingredient, and let's see, oregano, black mustard seed, Cascara sagrada bark, which was dressed in a special oil called a law keep away oil. Now, Cascara sagrada, for those of you that are not familiar with it, I don't have any to show you because I currently don't have any in my inventory, but it is a bark. You can buy it in a powder form from Star West Botanicals on Amazon.com. You can buy it in capsule form at Walmart, any place that sells it. It is considered a natural laxative, and it is a prime ingredient in most over-the-counter laxatives. But it comes from the buckthorn tree. Cascara sagrada, I guess, is the technical name for the tree. But it is the buckthorn tree which grows across the western U.S. and up into Canada, into southern British Columbia. So anyway, they would take chips of that bark and they would dress it in a law keep away oil. I use black cat protection oil when I do this sachet, and like I said, I will cut and just make a small sachet, almost like a pillow. I'll leave the top open. I'll put in the fennel seed. Of course, as you are adding your ingredients, you want to put what it is there for. The Cascara sagrada, I am not exactly sure why they utilize that particular ingredient in terms of, I don't know what its magical properties are off the top of my head, so I apologize for that. I probably should have looked into that before I decided to talk about this. But if you wanted to make just a general protection type of sachet, you don't even have to use that. You can use fennel seed, you can use rosemary, which I use, you can use black peppercorns, and you would add that, add a few drops of a black cat protection oil, and then you would sew it up and you would keep it. Now, if you're using the hoodoo one to keep the law away, maybe you want to keep one in your car because you drive long distances for work and you want some protection from those officers that like to sit on the side of the road, then you would want to use a law keep away oil and use the Cascara sagrada bark for that. You can buy it in the wild crafted form, which means it's just in the stripped bark form, from Amazon in a bag for about $3.50. So just look it up. Just put in bark. You'll see the powdered forms, then you'll see the bark. And you would, either keep that with you, wear it for protection. You can keep it in your pocket, keep one in your car, maybe keep one with you, put it under your pillow if you feel like you're going to need help from that. It's good for warding off anybody that works for the law. So police officers, government workers, government agencies, if you're behind on your student loans, taxes, anything like that. But you can use fennel as a general protective herb just to use in any kind of a protection magic or sachet. So again, it's associated with mercury, the element fire, and it is very strong, both flavor and otherwise. So I hope that gives you a little bit of information about this herb. And I'm sorry that I couldn't fully demonstrate, making the sachet. Like I said, I usually just sew up the side, put my stuff in there. I'll keep it in my pocket. I may put one in my car. I actually have one in my car. I should put one in each one of my girls' cars to protect them from getting pulled over. Maybe they should just learn to drive. So anyhow, that's what that is used for, and I hope that you guys get some information from that you can utilize in future. Thank you so very much for watching, and blessed be.